Hello. Waiting for everybody to file in. All of our wonderful rugby people. We're so excited to have you all here with us today. Okay, Breanne, I saw just came in. We got a request. Beautiful. Little second to get it going. Let's see. Oh, yes.
Hello.
Beautiful. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah, let me
I'm
turn my
great.
volume up. There we go.
I know, does my volume sound okay? We're good?
Yeah, it's a little quiet, but I don't know if it's my end or not, but it feels. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you sound
Okay,
awesome.
okay, sounds good.
Is that better?
Yeah, I can hear better.
I think because I had it on my computer, that might have been part of the issue. So first off, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We are so excited to be running this fundraiser. This is something really different that we've never really done before.
Yeah.
So Can Fund typically, so we had 905 athletes apply and from 68 sports. And so this is really an opportunity for people to fund the sport that they love the most. And we're starting it off with rugby. And I would assume that maybe you love rugby the most too, since it's the sport you
Yeah,
play.
I mean, I could be biased, but yeah,
Yeah.
rugby's my favorite at this point in time for
Yeah.
sure.
Let's just I'm just curious, what is it that you love about rugby?
Honestly, we get this question a lot, but I feel like it comes down to the main thing would be enjoyment. I find a lot of joy being on the field, pushing myself to be my best, competing with my teammates, and we're all striving for the same thing. We're just having a good time, a good laugh. There's lots of aspects to the game as well. So there's kicking, running, jumping, all that stuff. So it's just a sport that encompasses a lot of things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it sounds awesome. I love watching rugby as well. I think it's super cool. You guys have like such real great like determination and aggression. So competitive. I think it's super cool. And I'm sure everybody who's listening on the call today absolutely loves rugby as well. And so our goal is to fund all of the Rugby Sevens players that are currently on the Can Fund waitlist, which is a tall order. The games start on July 26th. And our goal is to have everybody funded by June 21st. So we've created this rugby fundraiser page where anybody can go and donate specifically to the rugby players so we can get all of your teammates funding for Can Fund. And so we'll just get it started off. You are a multiple Can Fund recipient.
Yep.
If you could give me an idea of in the past when you've received Can Fund, what has that impact been for you? How did it make a difference?
Yeah, first I'd like to say I am very grateful to be a multiple Can Fund recipient, and I know the impact that it has on my sporting career and how much impact it's had on a lot of other sports and athletes in the world. I'd say the main impact it has is giving a financial, like it gets a weight off the shoulder for financial freedom with regards to anything that applies to being an athlete. So it helps with the recovery aspect, goes towards like massage and treatment and stuff that isn't covered within the team. It goes towards nutrition and supplement. A lot of people work alongside of playing as an athlete. So I feel like that's the key part. The more time we have to devote to our sport, the better we can be. So not having to worry about having too many hours with part-time jobs in order to focus fully on the sport that we're doing is the main impact that it would have and
Mm-hmm.
does
And
have.
so are you currently working a part-time job? And you said like a lot of the girls on the team, are they currently working part-time jobs?
Yeah, I'm currently working two part-time jobs. It's not too many hours, but honestly, with the funding, I can decrease those hours. So that is a big impact. And yeah, the jobs I work in the evening, so it works well with my rugby timing because we train in the mornings.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people on our team are working as well. Shout out to Chrissy. She is a fitness coach and she runs her own business in that sense. And a lot of other people on our team are doing the same kind of thing too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm sure it's pretty challenging to kind of spend maybe the whole day training and then to have to go work a job after. And so would you say like the funding just really gives you that opportunity to maybe dedicate more fully towards your training?
Yeah, so for sure, the more time we have to dedicate to training, the better we can be. And I think it's the main impact that it has. It's allowing us to input more time into rugby, whether even if it's recovery or time to do film, time to go do yoga, even to pay for going to do yoga, and that helps like with your body in the long run. So in the past, like I've been like you mentioned, I've been a multiple recipient, and I feel like that is one reason I've been able to play rugby for the 9 years that I've been able to at high performance is because of financial freedoms that CanFun allows for that kind of stuff. So I
Hmm.
do contribute my career to the impact CanFun has given me and the freedom it's given me for that.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, so and rugby's a contact sport. I've seen some videos
definitely.
that you guys are
Yeah,
doing.
takes a toll.
Yeah. So a lot of that is going towards recovery, and being able to just get your body back to where it needs to be. Is there like a specific, you said yoga, but is there anything that you like specifically like to do, massage, or that really helps
Massage for sure is a big one. Like
you?
you could definitely like massage keeps you in the game. It's not like we do get a lot of things with rugby, don't get me wrong, but massage is something that it's an added bonus and it's something it is costly, so it does go a long way for us, especially like you said in contact sports, but also putting in 4 to 5 hours a day training, it adds up over time and yeah, massage, yoga, resting even like going to the saunas and recovery pools, the salt bath floats and all those things
Hmm.
adds to recovery and yeah, helps our game.
Yeah, to be at your best. And I mean, rugby has this amazing legacy of you guys have a bronze medal from
Yeah,
Rio. And so I'm sure you're going into these games with the aspirations of winning a medal and continuing that legacy. CanFun has a huge legacy with rugby. I think every member of the team in Rio and in Tokyo was funded by CanFun.
yeah,
And played a huge part of, you know, making sure that everybody had the resources that they need. And so you've been funded for this year as a CAN Fund recipient just recently. Um, and so again, the push really is to make sure your teammates are getting this funding now. So
yeah,
and
yeah.
like, why is this important for you to see your teammates receive this funding, and how important is the chemistry on the team?
To touch on chemistry first, I'll touch on chemistry. I find like team culture is big, team chemistry is big. If you watch any sport, you can notice when a team has good chemistry. As they say, it's poetry in motion.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of team chemistry comes from off field and it can portray onto the on field. And being together is a good aspect. So even like the in between moments of hanging out at the airport and discussions in the recovery or post games, all those things, the in between moments where we get to build as teammates is one way to build team chemistry that portrays onto the field. And with regards to everyone getting financial support and that kind of stuff. Like I want all my teammates to win as individuals first and foremost. And I find if everyone's on the same playing field with all the support and everything that we can get off the field, it makes us way better as a team. So yeah, I want to see all my teammates win as individuals and it helps us as a team in the long run.
Yeah,
And it goes towards team culture and chemistry too.
for sure.
Yeah.
Um, I actually got the opportunity to interview Chrissy earlier this month, and
Yeah.
one thing she said that I love was just this idea of like, you know, she wants to know that her teammates have her back, and she wants to have her teammates back. So I think that's a super cool opportunity that you guys have to be there for each other and to know that, you know, this other person who I've worked so hard with has my back and I can trust. Um, and so, yeah, I think that's just really great to have that team aspect, and to build it together, and then to do it for
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have teammates going for the same stuff and supporting each other. So, yeah, very fortunate for that.
Yeah, super cool. So tell us a little bit about what the lead up into Paris is going to look like.
Yeah, so we have a couple more, we have one more tournament, and then we have a couple prep camps leading into Paris. So, as you know, we've qualified, so it's just a matter of tuning into getting to be our best and connecting as a team, building that. With regards, like we have about 20 people, 20 to 25 people on the team. So it's competitive. We're all supporting each other at the same time. Not everyone actually gets to go. And that's a main aspect. So we're all competing against each other, but with each other at the same time. And no matter who gets to step on the field, everyone has each other's backs, and that's just how it is. We have a couple competitions in a couple months until we kick off, so a lot can happen in that time, but the main focus and goal would be not to just compete in the Olympics, but to be champions at the Olympics. So whatever that takes, we're willing to do that and support each other along the way.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah,
exciting. I mean, I'm looking forward to you guys winning this gold medal in Paris.
that's the goal,
So for
yeah.
anybody, yeah, for anybody who's tuning in, we are running a rugby fundraiser specifically to fund all of the women who are currently on the Can Fund waitlist on the Rugby Sevens team. So if you guys are interested in donating, we have the link to the fundraiser page in our link tree in the bio. So please come and support these ladies because like the rugby team has already qualified and we want to make sure they have the resources that they need to be at their very best, as Breanne was just telling us about everything that's going to take in this lead up. And I'm curious, so you've been to an Olympics before, but tell us a little bit about your journey in the lead up to having a dream to go to the Olympics and starting in rugby. Like, how did you get started?
Yeah, I started in rugby in high school, so I played a lot of sports growing up, and rugby was one of the ones that I tried, not knowing anything about it. Fell in love with the game, kind of worked my way through like age grade provincial and that kind of stuff. To reflect back, the moment in time when I first had like the drive to want to put on the Canadian jersey and feel like that was something that I could attain was back in 2011, I believe it was, our in Chatham, which is my where my home club is for rugby. Shout out to Ken Havoc, RFC. Uh, yeah, we hosted, Chatham got to host the Nations Cup for 15s women's, and our club had the opportunity to volunteer at those games. So I remember being ball girl for one of the games, and I was like so close to the field, get to see the atmosphere, could feel how electric it was, and I feel like that was the moment when I was like, I want to be one of those people. And 2 years later, I ended up doing like the U20 Nations Cup, and like it really drove me. And then looking back at it, I realized some of the people that I was being ball girl for and watching are teammates that I got to play with in the future. So that is yeah one story that I thought I'd bring up. Just yeah, it makes me I reflect back on that, and that was the drive to want to be in the jersey, and then lead up to Tokyo is kind of like for everybody. It had its roller coasters, not knowing just because it was like the COVID Olympics and all that. But we definitely trained through the whole time. A lot of it was on our own because just with COVID restrictions and all that. But yeah, we made it and it worked out.
Yeah,
Everyone had their ups and downs with injuries and like, are we gonna have the games or like all those things? But yeah, we stuck together even if it was from afar or meeting up with one or two people to train. Yeah,
amazing. I think the super cool thing about, it's like every Olympics is like its own journey. Every quad is like totally
yeah.
different, like it's like its own different lessons that you learn every single time. And so what's the biggest lesson you learned through sport?
Uh, so many lessons. It's yeah, to pick one, I guess. Mindset makes a big difference, and I find a lot of things can change based on your mindset or even your way of thinking around things. So I kind of have like a three-word sentence, I guess. I tell myself almost every day, or like sometimes I got to remind myself. It's like, and I get to attitude. So I get to. So easy to be like, oh, I have to go to work, or I have to get up early. I need to do this. But if you change it to I get to, then it makes you feel like, okay, I get to go to work tonight, and it makes you more grateful for what you have and what you get to do. So I feel like that would be the biggest lesson is a mindset shift, and those three words helps me.
That's huge. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I feel like I use that a lot in my athletic career too, because there are those times where you're like, I really don't want to, and then you
yeah,
get into that I have moments. But that's great. We also have a question from someone who is watching, K Molesh, I'm not saying if I'm sure I'm saying that right, but what is your favorite memory on field and off field? And they're a really big fan.
Sorry. My Instagram told me I was on Instagram for too long. I have a 20-minute
uh,
warning. Sorry, it popped up.
that's
I
good.
see. Yeah, Molly sent that in.
Yeah.
Hi, Molly. Shout out to you too, past teammate, duo Olympian. Uh, Favorite on-field moment. The favorite questions are always so hard to answer. I would say, honestly, the Pan Am Games in 2019 was a favorite tournament of mine. I had a lot of fun. We won gold. There's not one moment in particular, but it's just a standout tournament for me, and I had a lot of fun. Molly was captain for that one, so
Amazing.
that could be why. Who knows? We'll see. Off field, like I